Value proposition. What has been the impact of the residency program? The impact of a residency program can be felt school-wide and across a school district. Residencies reduce teacher turnover, increase student achievement, and they help to diversify the teaching corps. The clinical training and intense coaching residents receive better prepare them for the rigors of the classroom. In a recent survey, 91% of principals agreed that residents outperform teachers prepared through other programs.
I think it cuts down on the learning curve. Certainly, as our residents become teachers in our district, for students, those are teachers coming into the classroom really prepared to begin day one using quality, effective practices in the classroom.
What they're coming with is really sound daily instructional practices. So it is this, I think, looking and understanding what really good formative assessment looks like, and that coupled with their residency program is producing what I think in a lot of cases are beginning teachers that are more at a second or third year level.
Among the biggest impacts of a residency program is the positive effect that the mentoring process has on veteran teachers. In a 2017 survey of resident mentors, 96% said the program improved their teaching and made them more effective educators and instructional leaders.
You know, when you're doing this complicated work, you're also thinking a lot about what it means to be an effective teacher. And so the mentors, as they're doing that work and making their practice clear to their novice, they're also thinking for themselves, how do I improve what I'm doing in the classroom every day?
It's nice to have the idealism of a brand new teacher in the classroom. And that energizes me. It makes me want to work harder. It makes me want to have that energy also. And over the course of a teacher's career, one can lose sight of that idealism and lose a couple steps or half a step, probably a couple steps in my case. But having someone new in the classroom who's got that energy just pushes me forward.
Teacher residencies reduce teacher turnover by producing classroom-ready teachers who are committed to their schools. More than 85% of residency graduates are still teaching in their high-need schools 3 years after being hired.
We are actually saving you money in the long term because it doesn't help to just put somebody in that classroom who's not prepared because they're going to roll right back out. It'll be a revolving door. So better to spend money up front, first screening people that are really serious about this as a career and have a heart and a passion for working with students in our challenge schools, and then making sure they're well prepared and supported.
By valuing residents as professionals, our occupation as instructors in public high school as being highly trained professionals, I can't help but continue to bring high quality people in, but then also I'm looking at the longevity of people in this career.
Teacher residencies help diversify the profession. In 2017, 52% of teacher residents identified as people of color.
We really are continuing also to work as a district in diversifying our teaching pool. We want to make sure we have teachers in our classroom that look like our students. And I think that's a national issue. We have less and less teachers from minority backgrounds teaching in rural areas of our state. And so one of the areas we've targeted is not only finding those folks interested in our part of the state, but also when we can find someone who is from a culture that we have underrepresented in our teaching population, and that's really through partnership.
I've also really enjoyed seeing how diverse our cohorts have become. We've really seen an influx of English second language teachers, right? And they were English second language learners at the same time. And so how exciting is that for a student to see someone who's also learning this same language that they're also like working through at the same time?
Residencies also help districts better staff their hard-to-fill positions. More than 90% of residency graduates teach in Title I schools. About 1/3 of them teach STEM subjects.
We find folks are really passionate about their content. Sometimes we will find teachers out of a teacher college who are passionate about teaching, but aren't necessarily passionate about their content. And I think what we've seen through our teacher residency program is that we are finding folks who are very passionate about their content and find that they have the skill to teach. And so that's really important to us. Not that we don't find that in teachers coming out of teacher college at times as well, but certainly we know that when we have a resident who has a bachelor's in their content area, there's no question that they have the deep-seated knowledge in that area. We have a teacher now who is a science teacher in our middle school who worked for Durango Nature Studies, who led the engagement of students at the Durango Nature Studies Center for a day here and there throughout the year. Now we have this individual who has such a deep knowledge in science and deep knowledge in how science interacts with nature in our classrooms, teaching students on a day-to-day basis. Talk about an engaging science classroom. It's probably our most engaging science classroom in the district because of that person's passion for their content area, passion for the area of science, and to have her as a teacher now in our middle school science classroom has just been amazing.